I remember when I first got my Xbox 360, there's this game that I've always heard about, and it seems so great, and I've heard everyone say great things about it. It was called Bioshock, and I always wanted to try it out. So for that Christmas, the Christmas I got my Xbox, I asked for Bioshock 1 and 2, and I guess I had high hopes buying both games together. And as bad I am at telling stories like this in this weird fashion, also doing it off the top of my head, I loved both those games very much. And I just wanted to today, because Buried at Sea comes out and it will be Irrational's last game. I just wanted to talk about how much I love the Bioshock series, and I'll fangirl all over it. And you guys already know how much I love it. I've done two Let's Plays. Two of the three games that are out, I've done Let's Plays, and I plan to maybe do Minerva's Den or at least do one. But I just thought I would. If you did not, I should probably say that first. If you didn't know, Irrational Games is shutting down after finishing Buried at Sea Part 2. Actually, they've already finished it. They are going to be breaking into. I think just a bunch of people are going to get fired. It's not Ken Levine's fault. Well, I guess it is Ken Levine's fault. He's going to. I think it's called Take Two. They're scaling down to make a smaller company. So he's still going to be making games, and the Bioshock series is going to continue. But this is sort of their swan song, and I really have high hopes for this, especially with it finishing up the whole Infinite story. And I'm not gonna do any spoilers, but hopefully this, even with the title or just everything you've heard of the Bioshock series, play the games. They're fantastic. Even though I no, I was gonna say even though I don't like one, I like one. I like one. I like two. I like Infinite, even though people don't like two that much. I would say either two or Infinite's my favorite, but one is still a really good game. All of them are fantastic games for different reasons. First, I guess this is supposed to just be thanking Irrational, even though they would never see this. Just how much I love these games and how much these games with the transition. I was always a Nintendo kid. I only had a Wii, I had Mario and all that. These games were my transition into quote unquote real games. I'm not saying like the Mario and Pokemon, all them are bad, unreal games. I'm just saying there's so much more. There's like narrative, there's atmosphere, which BioShock 1 has fantastic atmosphere. Like that that won so many awards in Game of the Years, and it deserved it because that I wasn't at a time where that was a brand new thing, but once I got around to it, it was a brand new thing for me. That you could tell a fantastic story, you could keep you on your edge, you could scare yourself with a game, you could music and just that whole atmosphere of rapture and that idea of the forbidden city down below that has gone the ruin. It's an amazing game, and I'm going to be gushing. It's just what I do. And then as much as people don't like Bioshock 2, and I probably should save my fangirling for Bioshock 2 another time because it wasn't technically made by Irrational. I believe it was made by 2K Marion, if I'm correct on that. But also a fantastic game. And then Bioshock Infinite, they pushed it back so many times, I was so disappointed. It was supposed to come out on my birthday the year before. No, actually, not exactly on my birthday. Like a week after, I was like, oh, I got my birthday present. And they're like, yeah, we're going to push it back a little bit. And they pushed it back a little bit more. And I was disappointed. The day that came out, I was at school, and there's no one else. Like, oh my god, Bioshock Infinite's coming out today. I was like, is this game really, like, not that loved by anyone else? No one knows about this? But it got so many awards. A lot of people know about it. I've got, personally, uh, I've lent out my Bioshock Infinite to three people just because I was like, you need to play this. And one, I turned him to a complete Bioshock convict, not convict, convert. Logan, who I made a couple videos with, you might know of him. Oh, actually, no, I turned two into converts because I gave him, he was going to Virginia for like 2 weeks and he was bringing his Xbox because he needed something to do because he was just going to visit family. And I was like, okay, I haven't been playing these games. I'll give you the whole trilogy. And I think he 100%ed all three. No, he didn't 100% Infinite, but he 100%ed 1 and 2. And he also really enjoyed 2, but we're not going to talk about that. I don't understand why people don't like 2, but I love you, Ken Levine. Even though Ken Levine tries to hide that, not hide, he doesn't appreciate 2 as much from what I've heard from his interviews or stuff, which I can understand. It's a different game than 1 or Infinite. But yeah, I've converted 2 people by just giving them the games because I wanted to share them because I enjoyed them so much. They're such fantastic games, and I guess I'll gush on Infinite a little bit. I realized how much I loved, and I want to say mean to me. But that seems like it meant so much to me. It sounds like I'm giving a speech because I just won an Oscar. I want to thank my family and I want to thank the flying spaghetti monster. It just seems so half-hearted. But I love that game. It's a fantastic game. I do kind of hate getting the blue ribbons and Clash the Clouds, but in that Let's Play, but though as I was going back to, I get too tangential sometimes. I was talking to my friend about Bioshock Infinite, and I think I saw something for Fortunate Son. Oh, when I was looking on the computer, I was like, "Hey, you know what songs they used in Bioshock Infinite? They used the old timey things to translate them." He's like, "No, I have no idea." And I listed Fortunate Son. As I was saying, I just listed all the names of the songs like right off the top of my head, and just gave other interesting factoids. It's probably because I've let's played the game, and that probably helps a little bit too. But I remember when the game came out, and I've said this so many times. I'm not sure if I say this on video. I just say this to my friends a lot when I think. Even though this sounds like bragging and asshole. I don't say it that much. I'm not just like, hey, out of nowhere, yeah, 100% Bioshock within the first week. But when Infinite came out, I played through it the first time, loved it, was completely blown away by, well, no spoilers, but so I played it again through on 1999 mode because that was another achievement, and then I played it through up to Chenlin's shop because I need to get the Heartbreaker achievement. See, I know the names of the achievements right off the top of my head. I know the place in the game where I need to go to fight the first handyman to get the Heartbreaker achievement, which is to kill a handyman by only shooting in the heart. And I 100% in the first week and beat it twice, which I I can tell I really love a game or something. Oh, I got distracted by it. I was like, why is my Xbox still on? Was I playing Bioshock? No, but I was watching House of Cards. But that's another thing. I'll gush about TV another time. I'm gushing about how much I love Bioshock. But just all these specifics, all these things, when my memory just holds on to them, like, yeah, I really enjoy that. And maybe it's just because I'm just such a I feel like bad saying, like, I feel like I'm tooting my own horn. I'm such a positive person. I'm very quick to like something, and it's very hard for me to be like, no, that's really stupid. That sucks. But just something about Bioshock and all the entire series, just something just sticks with me that I really appreciate the storytelling. I appreciate you can see the game design and thought within the games, and that's as a video game. No, I don't want to say connoisseur, but I'm going to say connoisseur anyway. As a video game connoisseur, you can see a well-made game, and every game in the Bioshock series, especially the ones made by Irrational, are well-made games, and I just appreciate it so much, and I appreciate what Ken Levine is doing. And another thing that just that shows just like how much I appreciate and love these games. I saw on YouTube back a while back, there's an interview with Ken Levine just talking about interactions with Elizabeth and how they affect your like relationship with the character. It was like an hour-long presentation with slideshows and like beta footage, and I was like, oh, I'll probably watch this in bits and pieces. And I was like staring at it an hour straight, watched it without doing anything else, just because I was so amazed by the whole game design, and just maybe that's more having to do with my fascination with game design and video game creation and like storylines and just telling stories and how everything comes together. That's why I like making videos and stuff, which is a really dumbed down version of it. But yeah, it's just another thing that I just love the game. And sorry if this is getting a little rambly. I'll cut it off here because I don't know how much time is because I was rudely interrupted by my sister. Thanks, Danielle, who knows what Bioshock is, but probably couldn't tell you anything else about that besides Booker Catch. So I'm going to end it off here. I've been Saves Untitled. If you haven't played any of the games in the Bioshock series, you should watch my Let's Plays first. But actually, no. If you really want to appreciate the Bioshock games, you don't need my asshole-ish voice talking along with you play them. Go out. They're probably, I think, like Infinite's on sale for like $10 on Steam right now. It's always on sale for something, and you can. I at one point I remember like you get all three games for like $5 or $10. It's amazing. Get the games. They're easy to access. So much fun. It's worth your time. You just put a little time aside every day and appreciate one of the masterpieces of video games. So Ken Levine, if you would ever see this and make it to the end, I know you won't, but I really appreciate what you've done with the Bioshock series. You have made me a person who views video games more as a well-crafted art style than just a mindless shooter type of thing. You can put that on my gravestone. That was a terrible quote. But I really appreciate all the work you've done. I Hope everything goes with your new projects well. I hope they're as great as BioShock, and I look forward to anything else you make. And I also look forward to other games with BioShock series, because they did well with BioShock 2. If there's another BioShock 2, I'd love that too. I don't see how an Infinite 2 will work. Okay, I'm rambling too much. I already said that, and now I'm rambling so much that I'm saying I'm rambling again over my rambling. I've been Saves Untitled. I love BioShock, and I can't deny it. See you guys next time.